In this video, we will review what happened in 2020 in the real estate market in the Eastbay and compare it to what the expectations were. At the end of the video, I will also give you my insights on where I think the Bay Area market is headed. Hey guys, if we haven't met yet, my name is Mac Rogers. I'm a local real estate broker here in Castro Valley, California. Thank you for watching. If this is your first time, welcome to the channel. We do weekly videos, sometimes twice a week, about the real estate market in the Eastbay, and also do feature videos about the Eastbay. You know, like things to do, where to go, where to live, how much does it cost to live here, property tours. We get a lot of calls weekly from buyers and sellers moving in and out of the Eastbay, and absolutely just love helping people move on to their next chapter. If that is you, we can and we would love to help you out. Give us a call, a text, or an email, and we can schedule a call, a Zoom meeting, or a FaceTime to get you started. We also have some free resources. You can find them at one of the links below. Whether it's our Ultimate Homebuyer's Guide or our Seller's Guide, these will help you navigate the market whether you're a seller or a buyer. Now, 2020. First, let me back up a bit to 2019. When 2019 started, it started slow. It almost seemed like it was going the other direction and become a buyer's market. I switched my marketing to attract more buyers than sellers right away. By the time we entered the spring selling season, it was obvious that there was just a short pause at the beginning of the year and that it was still a seller's market. When 2020 rolled in, the consensus was that we might start to see a flattening of home prices and in some cases, even prices going down. And that's what pretty much how we started. I saw my buyers started getting pickier. And what I mean by this is that there was no urgency to put in offers on property that might somewhat be attractive to them. There was a wait and see attitude because the general consensus was there were other properties that were coming on the market. Now, mind you, most of the properties that were priced well and really showed great were still getting multiple offers. It was true. I had several listings that, shall we say, were not located in the best of neighborhoods. And while we were getting a bunch of showings, there were no multiple offers to speak of. Now, in the end, they still all sold and above list, but it took a little bit longer than average. Fast forward to March and we all of a sudden got hit with this shelter in place. Everything shutting down. No one knew what was going to happen and it came to a grinding halt. At that time, I was thinking this virus it's just gonna be a short scare, and there was a window of opportunity for my buyers that kept on losing on the properties that they like. So I told my buyers that we might have a 3-month window of opportunity where we can find properties and the competition won't be fierce. Well, I was right. It was 3 indeed. 3 weeks. It was all of 3 weeks that buyers got scared. After that, we were off to the races. Actually, one of my buyers lost her job and had to back out of a contract. But after 3 weeks, she got her old job back and we restarted their search and was able to get them a house. And I had another client as well that also made an offer on a brand new house. When all these things started to go crazy, he wanted to back out. But unfortunately, he wasn't getting affected by the pandemic and we couldn't back out of the contract. Well, that turned out to be a great decision because now they moved into their brand new home and all the properties in that development are all sold out. So let's check out the numbers starting with the 880 corridor. In terms of inventory, around September is when it peaked for the area. Traditionally, we see inventory going up around spring, but this was definitely a COVID delay, so to speak. Same thing can be said with West Contra Costa County. Inventory also peaked in September. For La Miranda, Central Contra Costa, and the Tri-Valley and the Delta, it was a little bit of a different story. La Miranda actually had 2 months where inventory was high, 108 units in May and 109 in September. For Central Contra Costa County and the Tri-Valley, inventory peaked around May for both these areas, which is somewhat traditional timing. Central Contra Costa County had 212 units for sale in May, and the Tri-Valley had 410 units. The Delta had a little bit of an earlier start with 392 units for sale, but the months following that, the inventory just started to go down again and only picked back up around September, October. Let's move on to median sales price. Pretty much all the areas have been experiencing consistent price appreciation throughout the years, with 2019 being kind of the blip when we took a slight dip. Home prices in the 880 corridor almost at $1 million, $977,500. West Contra Costa County followed the same pattern. Slight dip in 2019 and then appreciation this past year. Median sales price, $627,500. Central Contra Costa County again follows the same pattern. Dip in 2019, followed by an increase in 2020 to $894,000. La Miranda, a little bit different. Prices declined back in 2019, and then 2 consecutive years prices went up. Median sales price for La Miranda, a dizzying $1,740,500. The Tri-Valley, just like the 880 corridor in Central Contra Costa County. Slight dip in 2019, followed by 2020 appreciation. Median sales price, $1.2 million. The Delta, however, has been going up since 2016. Median sales price is at $530,000. The Delta has been consistently going up because it's pretty much one of the few places around the Bay Area that you can actually buy a home that's around $500,000 and you get a decent sized home with a decent sized yard. Question is, how much longer would this go on as more and more people are working from home and looking for those big houses with big yards? I wouldn't be surprised if this year median sales price tops out at $700,000. I'm seeing it already all over Brentwood, homes in the $800,000 and above. Another thing that we've talked about the last couple of years is the fact that there are fewer and fewer homes for sale, but the number of transactions remains strong, meaning buyers are just buying what's out there. Take a look at the 880 corridor. The number of homes sold has been steadily declining since 2017. West Contra Costa County started declining in 2019. Back in 2017, there were 1,600 properties sold, and in 2020, there were only 1,300 sold. It's a 17% decline in number of transactions. Central Contra Costa County, however, is a different story. The last 3 years, it's been going up. La Miranda, a little bit all over the place, but 2020 was a banner year. An 18% increase in sales compared to last year. Wow! Even at $1.7 million median sales price, buyers are just falling all over themselves to buy into La Miranda. Tri-Valley has been pretty much steady the last 4 years, and then an 11% increase from 2019 to 2020. Finally, the Delta. Big 18% decline from 2019. From 4,300 to 3,500 in 2020. So what's in store for the Eastbay in 2021? It's important to note that we can't treat the whole Eastbay as one market. As you can see, just with median sales price, it's pretty much everywhere. Each region, each city, each neighborhood, they're all different. Right now, all the regions are benefiting from high buyer demand and low inventory. Most buyers, at least the ones that I encounter, are all professionals with high-paying jobs and come with lots of down payment. Whether it's in tech, bio, or medical field, the one common theme is that they have higher income. They are all benefiting, or at the very least, not financially affected by this pandemic economic resetting that is affecting millions of workers that are in the service industry. All economic indicators are actually pointing to more of the same that we are experiencing right now, but with price appreciation slowing down a bit or even flattening out in some cases. Now, this could very well happen should inventory start going up, particularly if we see a combination of people moving out of the Bay Area, people retiring and taking advantage of the new tax portability that was just passed, and the possibility of some foreclosures or distressed properties coming into the market. The worst case scenario is if the virus doesn't get under control and we continue in this type of limbo. The reality of this whole economic meltdown spilling into different parts of the economy could be a catalyst that lights up this tinderbox that everyone seems to be thinking that we are on. You know, real estate prices being out of whack and we get another meltdown. I sure hope that this vaccine that we have helps stop the spread so that we can restart our lives. If you guys are thinking of buying or selling in the East Bay, let us know how we can help you.